Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today's a brand new series here that we're going to give it a try here, and we're going to take a look at Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Now this is literally the first screen that comes up after you hit the main menu. So the main splash screen pops up, it says press any key to continue, and it brings you here. So I figured we'd walk through this together. So this is the first time experience for me. I have not been into the sim at all, so we're going to go through this together. So first, right off the bat, we have our text size. This is going to obviously give us black and white the text size of our interface. Your interface scale, this will increase and decrease what the scale is, as you can see there. I'll leave it up to the max for now for everybody. Show tooltips. This will adjust whether to display a tooltip if the current selected UI element contains text that doesn't fit on the screen. So that can be kind of handy, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. Background opacity. This one I'm definitely going to adjust. I'm not liking this so far, so let's darken that up a bit. Probably make it easier on everybody's eyeballs. There we go. And then the main color, you can change your layout colors. Let's see what we got here. Oh, okay, it's got a few. Let's try that. That looks kind of nice. Menu animations. Okay, so I mean, these are things that you'll be able to disable if you're sort of skating the edge on a low-end system, maybe a system that's a little outdated, starting to show her age. You might need to disable some of this stuff because it will impact performance a little bit. Skip pre-flight cinematics. Well, we definitely can't have that for the first time out. Controller vibration. This doesn't matter for me. We'll be using the HOTAS, so might as well just turn it off. Let's see what we got next. Alright, to complete the installation, Microsoft Flight Simulator download and installs recommended 95.5 gigs. Now I will tell you guys, it did require 127 gigs. So wherever you decide to update this bad boy or install this bad boy, make sure that you've got the space for it. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and let this roll, and I'll come back to you guys with the next segment. Alright, so we are back. The download is complete. Let's go ahead and hit continue. Let's see what happens. Alright, let's see what we hear. Recommend the following graphics settings you can review. Medium. Come on now. We're going to push it. Let's go start with high end and see what we get. Let's go next. Definitely satellite data streaming. No world streaming for slow internet connections. Gotcha. Okay. So you must have internet to play. Nope. We have detected the following devices you can review and customize now at any point from the options menu. Alright. So let's see what we got here. For those who want a mostly realistic experience but with some extra guidance, let's start with medium. Just go ahead and just leave everything as default for now. Alright, let's see what we got here. So let's do this. Let's start with the world map here. See if I'm able... Alright, so I am in Tucson, Arizona. So let's go KTUS. See if it has it. You need to hit enter maybe? Did it select it? Am I missing something here? Oh, no way. Let's see if we're able to... There's Yuma. There's Ryan Field. There it is. Tucson International. Wonder why it didn't pop up. Alright, well that's still cool. So set his departure. There we go. And arrival airport, I think we're actually just going to set the same. So we're just going to tool around Tucson. 29er right, that sounds about right. 1-1 left is the big runway. 29er right isn't the... Oh, you know what? It's the opposite direction. Duh. I'm retarded. Ignore me. Alright, so let's pick the airplane. What do we got here? Look at that. God, we're just in the freaking menu here, and this looks really, really nice. These are all turboprops. I don't want a turboprop. I don't think so. Let's try to keep it in my flight experience here. Look at that, a 747. Airbus 787, the Dreamliner. It's going to be fun trying these out. I'm just looking for a regular old Cessna for today, though. See what variants we have. Robin, there's the Robin. There we go, there's a 152. There's a 172. Did we get the 182? No? I think I remember reading that. That's fine. So let's go with the 172. What do we got here? 124 knots, 195 knots. Oh, that's the bigger one. We don't need that. Alright, so let's go with the 172. Liveries. Just the one livery. Weights and balances. Alright, I'm not going to worry about all this today. Right now, I just like everybody else, I want to get in there. I don't think we need to append the heavy. Alright, flight conditions. Let's see what we got here. Not going to worry about multiplayer right now. Live traffic is fine. Air traffic specified, such as aircraft type, location, and behavior will be based on live data. That is too cool. I love that. 1:17 p.m. That's right. Alright, everything looks good. How do we... What am I looking for here? Back, maybe? We ready for that? Oh, yep. I didn't see anything about starting cold start or not. We'll see if they all just start that way. Let's fly.
Tucson Tower Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha ready for straight out departure at runway 29er right. Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha cleared for takeoff runway 29er right, straight out departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 29er right, Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha.
Alright, so we're doing hot start. It's taking us directly to the runway. I'm not taxiing, so it's taxiing itself out. These must be the opening cinematics it was talking about in the options menu. None of the control inputs make a difference when during the cinematic. Okay. It's good to know. Alright, let's go ahead and go for ready to fly. Whoa, what's going on there? Why am I outside the cockpit? Hey, there we go. Alright, cool. It looks nice. Alright, park and brake, we're going to go ahead and just left click it. Cool. Rudders are already set. So I'm using the Thrustmaster stick at the moment. My honeycomb is actually in the closet. It will definitely be coming out later today. Alright, and what do we got here? So for those of you using the Thrustmaster Warthog, I have not changed any of the controls. These are all default. I have not touched anything. What you guys have seen on screen is all I have done. So the tension slider on the Thrustmaster Warthog is your mixture. Looks like the right throttle is the throttle for the aircraft. Other than that, everything else, my TPR rudder pedals, brakes are already set, rudders are already set, recognized all of that. I don't see the trim wheel moving, but that doesn't mean it's not. Oh, wait. Yes, it is. Never mind. So trim is already set. So if you, it's a tap and hold. So when you tap it, you get minor corrections. You have to hold it, and then it starts really getting going crazy. Cool. All right. Well, let's get airborne and see what we can do here. I hope there's a way to turn things like this off. I don't want the GPS markers on. But what the heck. All right, so I'll tell you what, the first thing I want to do is I think I'm going to take off and see if I can't find the neighborhood I grew up in. It's right near the Tucson International Airport. So let's get rolling. I like that on-screen display there. That's really nice. Alright, we're at 40 knots. We'll rotate at 60. Ooh, man, she got up and moving, didn't she? Controls are very nice. That was very minor input. Okay, so we are... Okay, we're on that side. Probably should have had some flaps on that takeoff, but that's alright. So, for those of you again with Thrustmaster Warhawk, the DMS, Data Management Switch Forward, puts you in sort of a cockpit view, you know, out with the windshield. Putting it back sets you back a little bit, and down again, down. Ah, it's like a view handle. Oh, that's a temporary look over. Oh, it puts you right to the windows. That way you don't have to bend your head down and crap. So your DMS hat is set as your point of view. Let's go over and see what we can find now. Guys, this is beautiful. It's running smooth as can be. I have no issues, and mind you, I'm recording at the same time. Those hotels that are out there are really there. That'd be the Embassy Suites. That's a Hampton Inn. I actually used to work at both of those. Now, I know we've all seen satellite imagery before, but not on this level, guys. It is so good. The 3D modeling is fantastic. This neighborhood is just south of mine. Oh, yep. Okay, so there's my elementary school right out there. So I messed around with like Orbix and things like that with X-Plane 11. Do I have to do this right now? I'm probably going to ignore ATC, but we'll see how this goes. I have no idea how this works. You're leaving my airspace. Acknowledge frequency change. Okay, cool.
Tucson Tower Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha frequency change.
That's pretty good, guys. Yep, so there's my elementary. So let's see if I can find the house I grew up in. So this makes it a lot nicer. So you can keep your head sort of still. So I'm using track IR. But now if I hit DMS switch left, or data management switch left, it takes me to the window. And then that way I'm still looking at the monitor. You don't have to tweak your head around a little weird. I didn't think I was going to like that, but I like what it does. It centers the camera in one position, and then you can still manipulate it by moving your head around. That is really nice. Alright, oh, I wish there was a way to lock it there, but oh well. So there's the park that I used to play in growing up. This is a grocery store. That's a Burger King. If you like Burger King, I've never been a big fan of Burger King. And then, so that means right there should be the house I grew up in. Let's go down and take a peek. I know I'm breaking a lot of FAA regulations here, so, you know, don't judge. This is fantastic. Yep, okay, so there's, yeah, this is the house I grew up in right here, sorry, this one right here. There's our shed that's in the back of my folks' house. That's our tree. Oh my god, this is great. In the 3D dimension, there's actually a fence that divides the two right there. We split our backyard into two pieces. The smaller one's like a work area for my father. How cool is that? Yes, I'm getting lower. I'm weird. I want to see how detailed it gets the lower you go. Ah, that is great. Guys, that's a sidewalk leading out to the alleyway. That is amazing detail. I wonder how old these images are. Because the one thing that's missing is there's a camper trailer that my folks had in the backyard. So these might be, well, but I thought it was live satellite imagery. Maybe it's something that's updated periodically. I don't know. But this is still absolutely wonderful. Very cool. All right, let's continue onward here. See if I can find my neighborhood that I currently live in. This has immensely improved my general aviation experience. For those of you like myself who are going to be going for your general pilot's license, this is going to be a fantastic tool for your VFR certifications. It's perfect. I mean, they have everything right down, and what's nice in comparison to the Orbix that we see in X-Plane is we're getting that three-dimensional look. Okay, so a lot of the Orbix and things like that, not to mention just the sheer size of them, right? That was always a struggle, which you had to have the hard drive space, and then setting them up can be a real PIA. And not to doubt it or disregard it, it was absolutely fantastic for its time, but Microsoft has just raised the bar. This three-dimensional satellite imagery is amazing, and it's accurate, guys. I'm looking down at stuff that I have seen, so I'm going to be going for my pilot's license. My father used to have his pilot's license, so I've been up in a Cessna, up and around these same areas, and I remember them. I've seen them multiple times. I've flown out of Tucson multiple times, and this is just absolutely fantastic. I am so impressed right now. And this is just smooth as can be. Now, guys, I am running an i7-7700K, sort of an older CPU for its time, but I am rocking the 2080 Ti and 32 gigs of DDR4. And then I had this installed on an SSD. It's not an NVMe, but the OS is. So these are things that minor impact. RAM amount is going to be more significant than RAM speed. Not to discredit RAM speed or say it doesn't matter, but it's not going to be as crucial as having RAM amount. So there's a little bit of stutter there, but again, I'm also recording at the same time. I'm recording in 4K at the same time. So please keep all that in mind as you see stutters and things like that. Don't necessarily put too much concern into any stuttering that you may see, because my computer's under pretty good load right now. Let's go ahead and see what the performance screen is showing here. Hopefully I can get to it before crashing. So let's see what we got here. So you can see CPUs at 78% usage. Okay, it's spiking here and there. That's probably as it's rendering. And RAM is, I mean, here you guys go, about 15.5 gigs. Now, I do have some other things running in the background. Again, I am recording as well. I am using NVIDIA Shadowplay for the recording. See, Ethernet's going crazy, but really that's not bad. So I would expect CPU usage to drop pretty significantly when not recording. Okay, so just guys have that reference. And I'm sure we can adjust things like traffic. Traffic's going to make a pretty big impact when looking into stuff like this. We'll have to play around with it. You guys saw everything that I did. I did minimal configuration, minimal graphics adjustments, no control adjustments. I literally, everything that I'm flying with right now is plug and play. I haven't had to set anything up. I haven't had to change my graphic settings or change my controls. Everything's exactly as it comes out of the box. So I would definitely say the out-of-the-box experience is fantastic and very, very easy to understand. And again, maybe that's specific to the Thrustmaster Warthog, and I imagine some of the bigger names. So keep that in mind. Obviously, those are all going to come into play. I have no idea what flight assists or things like that are on at the moment. So we'll take a look at that later. Alright, had a little hiccup there. That wasn't the sim, that was me. I hit the unrecord button, stop recording. Alright, so anyway, as I was saying, the flight controls so far seem to be really awesome. I am really just, I know I keep saying it, but I'm just so impressed, guys. This is a fantastic simulator. Everything inside the cockpit looks amazing. Again, this is in 4K. Graphics are set to the high preset. It's very smooth. The rendering seems to be, oh, there's a little bit of stutter happening right there. But again, I don't know how much of that is just because of the recording going on at the same time. So let's go ahead and extend out a little bit, and you can sort of see this is where I believe they're using the Bing GPS, and so you can see that terrain color change there. That has to do with the GPS mapping they're using. Bing tends to do that. Google Chrome can sometimes do that. So that's just the satellite imagery, so that's just one of those things that you're going to have to deal with. But all in all, again, I mean, I was specifically looking for things like that, so I mean, that's minor in the grand scheme of what it's offering. What I am most excited about, again, is the 3D rendering. So we're going to head out towards where my neighborhood is and see how far out the terrain satellite mapping actually goes. Alright, so we are back, and there is one of the high schools that's right near where we live. There's the shopping center. That's a Walmart down there. It's a Walmart. Strip mall. I think that's a Discount Tire, if I'm looking at this correct. Yeah, that's definitely the high school. That's a road that leads towards one of our neighborhood. That's a Fry's grocery store. That's a Safeway back over there. Actually, I think that's a Safeway. That might be the Walgreens. Some of it's a little weird because I've never seen my part of town or my street from the air, so we're gonna see what happens right here. And I did indeed. Too freaking cool. That is awesome. So yeah, guys, the VFR navigation is absolutely awesome. It's fun to just get up and tool around and explore your neighborhood, explore your, your town, see it from a different perspective. If you're someone who's always wanted to fly and go up and see your city from the air, this is absolutely the way to go. Every detail is perfect. I'm blown away. The fact that they were able to do this with 3D modeling is incredible. The immersion is going to be such a game changer. I'm excited to see what it's going to be like in VR. Now I run the Pimax, so I'm sure that I'm going to have to really tone the graphic settings down quite a bit. But we'll see what the experience is like. So I'll tell you what I'll do, guys. I'm going to go ahead and take us back home to TIA, and then we'll do a quick landing and see what that's like, and we'll go from there. Alright, guys? So I'll catch you guys in just a minute. Alright, guys, so we're getting ready to turn on final here.
Cleared to land runway 29 right, Cessna Golf, Sierra Alpha.
Sort of a crappy approach on my part. My dad would call these space shuttle landings. If anyone's ever seen a space shuttle land, they come in real steep. Flaps are at full. Cleared for 29 right. It's going to be the big runway. Shallow up a bit. Ooh. Little bounce there. Slowly applying the wheel brake.
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha turn, next taxiway. Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha, contact ground on 124.4. 124.4 Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha.
You can do it in a quick tune. Request taxi to the parking.
Tucson ground, Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Alpha, request taxi to parking. Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Alpha, taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway Alpha. Taxiing to general aviation parking by taxiway Alpha Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha.
Alright, so we'll taxi back to the gate and be done for the day. So that is GA parking over there, guys. I recognize that as well. So I'm going to go ahead and call it here. And I will catch you guys in the next one where we get much more thoroughly dove in, if you will. Really get wet with it and see what we can find here. There's going to be a lot of settings that I want to look for, like these GPS markers I'd like to remove. And some of the tool tips that are popping up are kind of obnoxious, so we'll go through and see how to get rid of some of those and customize those to each of your wills. We'll take a look at button setup and control options and see if there's anything that is going to be a problem, you know, or maybe some configurations we're not going to like. Yeah, this is one heck of a first experience, guys. I'm really thrilled with this. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and I will catch you guys in the next one. We'll talk to you soon.